This is the Bitcoin Otter Radio Show.
Oh my God, I love you so much!
On 97.7 FM, The City.
Greetings, blessings, and good fortune, everybody. Oh, we have a show for you today. We really do have a couple special guests that I really want to introduce you to. And I think you're going to agree with me by the end of the interview that we've still got some really good people, not only in this world, but in this country. What I'd like to do first, of course, is give us the verse of the day. The verse of the day, and this coming from my chaplain feed. And let's go into Proverbs 22, 1 through 4. Choose a good reputation over great riches. Being held in high esteem is better than silver or gold. The rich and poor have this in common. The Lord made them both. A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and long life. I'm going to say that one again, verse 4. Proverbs 22, verse 4. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and long life. Ladies and gentlemen, and even my intro will tell you that we would love to prosper, but blessings come first. And as the Bible says, so does humility. And with humility comes prosperity and long life. May it be with you and yours. Thank you for tuning in today on this Thursday. So I'll do a quick rundown of one thing before we get to our guests. If you or anyone you love was ever going to get into Bitcoin, perhaps think about it now, as it is below 110,000 as we speak. Okay? This, and I'm looking on my watch list, almost everything is down. What I think this is, I am not a financial advisor. I don't wear a tie. Pretty obvious, right? What I think this is the big boys trying to tank it so that they can buy in. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Humility first, and then hopefully we'll live a long life and prosper. Now, Joe, whenever you are ready, if you would be so kind, good sir, as to bring our guests in, I will bring us, I'll bring the show up on my phone and the iPad, hopefully, in such a way that I'll be able to see all the comments, and we'll go from there. We'll bring us, I'll bring got to get that volume down and get to those comments. So I'm going to have the, all right. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, before you sit today, two great people, one of them named Deb McConkey, and the other one, the junior of the two, is named Jessica McConkey. Now, you wouldn't be able to tell which one was junior. I know. That's why I had to point it out. So, ladies, how are you today?
I'm now a dean. I was a McConkey, but I'm now a dean.
Hello. Joe, I can't hear that too good. If you could just turn that up for me. All hopefully right. We won't have too much in the way of interference. And there is a little bit of a lag. So, ladies, please have patience with that. Okay. These ladies are from, and Joe, when you get a chance, if you could put up the Embrace logo. These ladies are from Embrace Foster Care Ministry. Before I asked them to go into their reasons for doing what they do, and they are very good reasons, I want to let you know how I met them. They were McKellanites at one time. In fact, they had been here much longer than myself when I got here in 97. And we actually went to the same church together. I got to serve with them. I got to share fellowship with them for years. So they're definitely not strangers to me. How did I come about their ministry? Well, I, as a truth seeker, have found sometimes some people might say a little bit too much truth in the rabbit holes that I go down. So I have seen some evil in this world of ours. Now, I prayed to God that I would receive some sort of message or some sort of sign or something about how I could actually give to someone who is doing things for children that were good in the name of the Lord. Praise his name. And I found it. I don't know if we connected on Facebook first or not, Jess. I don't know how that happened, but I'll tell you, when it did, I knew that I had found a worthy place and a trustworthy place to help out, to assist in any way that I can. So, ladies, if you could please go ahead and if you might just give a little bit, Jess, of what it was that started you out on this mission, this journey of a ministry to help children in very, very difficult situations.
So thanks for having us. I'm excited to talk about this, and I could probably talk about it forever. But in the summer of 2022, we were actually on a trip to McAllen to see my grandma, her mom. And on the trip there, I told my mom, I said, I kind of have this idea that I want to start. I've always had a heart for children. I've babysat millions of children. I've worked at preschools. I ran a Mother's Day out. I've always just worked with children, but I've always had a heart for foster care, and I've always wanted to foster. But at that point, my husband and I kind of weren't sure what we wanted to do, but I knew I needed to do something. So I had this idea to start the foster care ministry, where we would just help foster families with clothing and diapers and things like that. I had like, I think 12 items I wanted to do in our ministry. And as we drove, I said, Mom, my mom here has some brothers that are foster brothers that are still in our lives, that they lived with them when they were in high school. And then my parents have also fostered. And so, and they were done with that. I'm not going to do it again. And so, and because of things like that, I knew that foster families needed support. And so I came up with this idea to do Embrace. On our drive to McAllen, I said, well, this is my idea. Like, what are your thoughts? And so we wrote notes, and she said, well, you got to talk to our minister at that point. And so our minister was a different minister. And so I had these ideas to have meals for foster families, have clothing, have ways to just help families know that they're supported and not feel alone. Statistically, foster families only last a year. It's kind of
Okay.
Statistically, they don't last much longer than that. There's not a lot of support out there. Oh, can I keep talking here? We're good. Okay. And so, I met with the minister, and he liked all my ideas. And so we kind of, for the most part, done most of them. And so in November of 2022, Embrace Foster Care Ministry kicked off, and we have been rolling since, and it's been crazy.
All right.
And I'm now a foster mom.
And you're now what?
A foster mom.
A foster mom. That is,
I joined the journey.
I'm going to close this door. We've got some musicians next to us. We are in the McAllen Creative Incubator, and we have sculptors, and they're much quieter, don't you think, Joe? They're much quieter than musicians, aren't they? Sculptors, yeah. So we have some musicians next door, so I just closed the door. But, when I try to imagine myself as a foster parent, and I do, I know the trials and the challenges that I have as a parent. We have 5 and 3 grandkids, thank God. So I can only imagine that if you're bringing in, and correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the children you have, at least now, are infants. Is that correct?
It's all ages. We personally have a 1-year-old baby right now. Our first foster child was 2.5 when we got him.
Okay.
Can I see mine? Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a lot of care, right? That's. I mean, you're pouring love into this child, right?
Yes. Chris, my children were 3rd grade, 7th grade, and 9th grade.
Okay.
It can be all ages.
Right. Yeah, These are not. I'm so glad we're having this conversation. I have thought of it before, but I never went down in obviously I want our viewers, listeners, a lot of times people listen to podcasts because they're driving or whatever, to get an idea. And as I go down these avenues of thought here, I'm realizing that what these kids are experiencing in many cases with the love that they're being shown, the clothing, the place to sleep, the lack of abuse, the sheer lack of being afraid. And maybe some are still, fearful due to trauma or whatever, but it's something that has to, in some way or another, just make a really strong connection between you and the children that you're helping. I would imagine, right? I mean, you can probably elaborate on that, but
I hope so.
I once got asked, like, how do you not get attached? And I said, I do get attached. Like, I do. These children, even I do respite a lot of times for foster kids, which is babysitting for other foster families, and I get attached to those kids. But I mean, I'm an adult. I can handle the grief if, them leaving, if that gives that child, 11 and a half months with the house that is normal. It has a meal every single day, that
Right.
has clean clothes. I can handle the grief of leaving them. It's not easy. Our original foster, I think about him every day. I miss him. I haven't seen him in a while, but I know, like, the year that he was with us, like, changed him, and he's
Changed
doing much
us.
better. Yeah, it changed us all. But yeah.
wow. And you have to, I guess, and I'm thinking in my terms, right? I'm thinking, okay, the value of the time spent with this child is immeasurable, and also very, very instrumental in the development of the child, where if you hadn't stepped in at that very moment in time of that child's life, things might be much different, and not in a good way. So at the very least, when you do give up your caretaking responsibilities, and hopefully the child moves on to the next stage, the next chapter, if you will, of their life, then you will at least have in your heart the fact that you helped that child out on a step that was vital in their development as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we can pray for.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen. Amen to that.
And you don't ever know.
And I can't see as we have a delay, right? So Deb, that was you on that last one. You commented on that?
Yes. We
Okay,
don't know.
You know, and I know, because I know you, that you will meet someday.
Yes.
It doesn't mean on this plane of existence, but Lord willing, on those shores, right?
Mhm.
So
Again, we pray.
some of the things that I can remember about what it is that foster parents do is basically just show the same love that they do to their own children. And I know there's got to be discipline there too, especially with a toddler and stuff like that. You don't want them to touch the stove. You don't want them to, run with a fork in their hand, all that kind of stuff, right? So how is it that your singular family ministry of taking care of children blossomed out into, I would imagine it's multiple children, or how does the Embrace Foster Care Ministry work with multi-children, or please, let me ask you to explain how that works.
So our original thought for Embrace was to help foster families. We want and we still do. Our goal is a foster family calls us and they say, hey, Deb, hey, Jess, we got a placement of a 5-month-old last night. He came with a shirt and a diaper. And a lot of times they don't come with anything else. And so within 12 hours, if
Hopefully.
that, sometimes less, we'll have a bag packed that has 5 7 to 10 days worth of clothes for them, blankets, diapers, whatever they need. And we have these amazing men in our church that I just text and they deliver. They're delivering for us in the next couple of days for some other foster families, so that when a foster family gets a placement, they can love on that child and not have to be running to Walmart, not having to be getting these things. And our goal at Embrace is to help that. And that was our original goal.
Sure.
And then that was original. And then the donations came and the donations came and the donations came. And we have so much, like, people are so generous. And so we now help see, like, our school districts, the crisis prevention, email us every week. We help them with clothing.
Galveston,
Yeah,
CCISD in Pasadena.
yeah, there's like 3 different school districts that we help. We help what's called the Care Portal, which is a website across the United States, but CPS workers, foster care agencies, school districts can put in requests for items that are needed, and then we can fulfill those requests. And I think that's kind of where we didn't really see our ministry going, because we're also helping a lot of preventative. So a mom that is like one paycheck away from her children being taken away, we can, help them with like baby gates, or we can help them with clothing, a crib,
Dining room tables,
like whatever people are donating to us, we donate out to the families so that these children have a chance to stay with their family. Because ultimately, we do foster care. Ultimately, like the goal is reunification. Like, just like God called us, like he wants us to be with our families. And so Embrace has not only helped foster families, but also try to keep kids together by, meeting tangible needs, as in these items that we have. So, and then our biggest one that I'm really excited about is, I always tell people that as a foster parent, you're kind of on an island on your own. People don't understand why you have these wild children in your homes. They don't understand, like, you have appointment after appointment after appointment. You have paperwork, all these things that, not everybody knows. Like, why can't your kid, come to my house? Well, you haven't done your background check like I've asked you to do, things like that. And so we started last August of 2024. We do a monthly get together, and all the foster families, kinship families, adoptive families can come, and we serve them breakfast. They shop in the closet. The kids play. There's crafts. Our volunteers are out there playing football and playing with the kids, and we just have a good time. And then once a quarter, we do a big event. So we're getting ready to do a big Christmas toy shop, where last year the parents got to shop. They got their toys wrapped up right in that room right there, so they didn't even have to worry about wrapping their presents, and they took them home. We did a big Easter egg hunt. We did a big end of the school year party. We had water slides and big old water bubbles.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And then next year, planning for September of 2026, we're going to throw a big birthday party for everybody, because kids in foster care don't get birthday parties. So we're throwing a big birthday party next year for everybody. It's going to have bounce houses and face painting and petting zoo and 12 kids.
Hang on one second, Jess. I'm guessing here. And I'm sorry, I don't mean that you're rambling. I had a thought in my head.
I'm telling you, it's a lot.
Yeah, so that's fine. I'm loving this. I am as well as I'm sure our viewers. And Tammy, I see you. I see you there, Tammy. Hello. Corinne is on. Michelle Hopkins is on. This is a fascinating story, ladies and gentlemen. I am amazed at a few things, and I want to try and paraphrase it to make sure that I'm understanding here. One, you have a birthday party for everyone because their actual birthday is not given to you correctly because of confidentiality?
They know, like, a foster family will know their birthday, but a lot of times they've never had a party before. If they're new into foster care, they've never had one. They've seen their friends at school have parties, and they've seen pictures or in movies, but sometimes the biological family cannot just provide a birthday party.
Got it.
So we're throwing a big one next year.
Awesome. And please throw out that info. So if you need some stuff, those of us that support you can help out.
Awesome. Thank you.
I know we'd feel really good about that. And at the end of this, everybody, we're going to leave the info for Embrace Foster Care. They've got a website that's not quite up yet. It's being ramped up. They're going to have it up, but it's just not there yet. And some contact info. And basically, it's their Facebook page, which is, of course, Embrace for Foster Care Ministry. It's private, and you can ask for entry. Correct? Am I correct on that, Jess?
Yeah, just say you heard about it through this podcast.
Yeah, just say I watched you on the Bitcoin Otter show. I want to learn more about your ministry. The other thing that I noticed was, and this is very impressive to me, you will intercede in the life of a child while that child is still with mom or dad, or mom and dad, Lord willing. When times are tough, financial times are tough, and you'll help them out if hey, there's a need for this, that, or the other, and you know what, that check it didn't go as far as we thought it would go. Right. So instead of someone taking that child from their home, which I can only imagine for a parent who loves their child very much, and unfortunately we know that is not always the case. Lord willing, it's the highest percentage that we can imagine, but not always the case. But for a parent or parents that dearly love their child, to have someone come in, okay, and that someone, we know who he is, thank you, Lord. The servants of that someone that we know, thank you, Lord Jesus, those servants of his step in and allow that child another chance to stay with mom and dad, or mom or just dad, whoever it might be. And you do that. I did not know that. I didn't realize that aspect of your ministry. And thank you for filling us in on that. Do you think there's anything else that you do that differs from what maybe some other foster care ministries, either on a scale or individually, might be doing right now?
We also, I know we're not alone in this. Houston has a lot of great foster care ministries, and we've kind of all worked together. There's a coalition trying to work together so that we know that working together is stronger than trying to compete against each other. And so, like, if they need diapers, they'll call us. If we need this, we can call them, and it's really nice. But so that's the nice part of like doing this ministry, having people support
a network
us.
Of sorts, right?
Yep, right. Yeah, very good network. But we also do a lot more kinship families than we thought we would do. So a lot of grandmas raising grandkids, aunt and uncles raising nieces and nephews, great grandmas raising great grandkids. Great aunts. Yeah. So we get a lot of that, and so we've built relationships with them, and as the kids grow, they come and get new clothing and things like that. So it's just been like the tiny little ideas that we had has just exploded. Like, it's crazy.
Meals.
We eventually plan to do meals for people, like freezer meals, like have lasagna ready. So when we have a placement, we can just give them a meal right away, so that night they're not even worrying about dinner. They have these kids that they're trying to learn to love and figure out, what's going on, and their dinner's ready for them. So
that is so cool. And your church, right? I mean, is you guys are they're all, maybe not all of them, but men and women from your church are engaged in the ministry and play a role.
We have amazing volunteers. Yes. Every event has about 30 people, 25 to 30 people. We do a monthly item donation. And so every month we have a basket in our foyer at the church, and people donate whatever the item is. We put wish lists up all the time, and the wish lists, Amazon wish lists, get bought. These people are amazing. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
That's crazy. Oh yeah. That was another thing. All of our clothes that are donated get washed by ladies in our church. We get a hypoallergenic detergent. So those clothes are ready to be worn, because you don't want to take dirty clothes to a family that has no clothes.
I get you.
So everything is washed. And then Miss Sandy, a sweet lady in our church, I can say Miss Sandy's name,
80 plus years old.
Yes, she goes and puts them all away for us, and she tells me, Jessica, got too much.
What a blessing.
She's up there more than I am. I can tell you that. Miss Sandy's always.
I'll tell you what, that's inspirational. Someday I'm going to be 80, Lord willing, and wonder, Lord, what could I do to help? And there she is.
Yeah.
What a trooper.
Yep. We have a foster family that has taken in I can't tell you details, but they have 5 kids at this point, and there's a couple in our church that live in their neighborhood, and so the husband of the person in our church picks up that foster family's laundry and the wife washes it and returns it back to them, like Sunday to Monday each week.
Okay.
Just because they met through Embrace, and so they do that family's laundry for almost 3 years.
Yeah, so if I'm catching this right, not only is Embrace a personal ministry, it is a community ministry,
Very much.
a church ministry, and it is a ministry that if the beautiful young 80-year-old lady would be here with us today, I would imagine that would just give so much personal satisfaction to someone who many people in this world write off, right? Oh, you're over this age or that age, whatever that age might be for that individual, right?
Yep.
Yet, wow, I mean, that really inspires me. She is literally making a difference in the life of someone who is completely, we all come in this world helpless without, with God's help, but without the ability to really even walk or eat, whatever. So there are, there's an army of people seemingly to help these children who can't help themselves. That is inspiring.
That's the most wonderful thing about foster care, because not everybody wants to foster. Not everybody wants children in their home, but there's something for everybody to do. I mean, like, I wish y'all could see the kids like on our monthly events, like playing football with, all these
65-year-old,
70-year-old
man.
All these people that come and play with the kids, and the kids, I mean, it's a highlight of many kids' lives to come, each month and come and play and be around other kids like them, families being around other families like them, and,
rocking chairs.
Yeah, we have like gliders that were donated, and so we line them up, and then the older ladies sit in the gliders, and then people just give them babies, and they just sit there and rock babies. It's the sweetest thing ever. We love it. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
That, if someone was ever looking for something meaningful to do in their life, I now have something I can tell them right away. Hey, I got something for you.
Yeah.
And like you said, not all people can have a child in their home, but all people can support the efforts.
Yep.
And like I said, maybe I didn't really articulate in my my opening statement. When I say that I prayed for a ministry to give to that involved the assistance of children, what I meant was that I have been in some ways jaded by what I believe to be the truthful stories of people who have said, hey, this happened to me when I was a kid, or hey, this is what happened when we, from the law enforcement perspective, when they go into a home or they, they go into some house of horrors of some kind. And then I hear the stories of people that ostensibly have created this organization that helps children, UNICEF, right? I won't give a large organization like that a dime anymore. A dime. I just don't trust them. Okay. So I prayed. I said, Lord, please give me a ministry. Show me people that I can somehow on some level have a level of trust. And when I saw what you all were doing, and I mean, wow, my whole family remembers the times we had. I talked to Corinne today. She said, oh, I think Jess watched us as a kid or something like that.
I did. Yep.
And I'm like, wow, this is a family that, and I'm going to be truthful. I'm not, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching that doesn't know the McConkeys and, you know me or whatever. This is a family that is so admirable that they were able to pass down godly behavior and conduct and thought and posture through generations. I don't realize, or I don't know if you realize, Mrs. McConkey and Jess, Mrs. Dean, how rare that is nowadays. I don't know if you do, but I praise God that there are families like yours out there that are not only able to keep it together in their own family unit, but you're able to spread the love, spread the joy. And I'll tell you right now, I truly believe that God's kingdom is being expanded in this ministry. And not just the children, who I think are being very much served well. I think it's anyone that comes in the circumference, all right, the perimeter of the great things that you're doing. It's got to give them some form of knowledge that God is out there and he's helping people. And when they do, like you put the old ladies on the glider and they're holding the baby. Not only is Jesus working, but he's working through their hands. And any of us who donate time, effort, money, whatever it might be, to your worthy cause, we feel the same way. Thank you. I tell you right now, thank you very much. And if Steve's watching, I know you're in on this too. I'm not going to leave you out. God bless you.
He's bringing us notes to tell you.
Oh, okay.
He's slipping me notes that I need to tell you.
Yeah, it's not a basketball score, is it?
No. And may I tell you that our parents modeled this too. You know my mother, you know Steve's father and his mother, both. It was taught to us.
Yes. Yes, and that's why I use the term plural, generations.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Yes. It's wonderful what God can do if we do one simple thing, right? It's simple, but it's not easy. Right. It's obey.
Right.
I have struggles. I'll tell you that. But I do know the benefits of obedience. The thing that God says he appreciates even over worship is obedience. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm thinking that, Lord willing, you get some really good traction. You're in Houston, right? So you get some really good traction in Houston. And I don't know. I don't want to jump too far. I don't want to put more on your plate than you already have. But I believe you're setting up a model, and maybe it's not original. It is to me because I haven't gone down this road before. But wow, if such a thing could be duplicated on scale, to scale, however you want to put it, then wow, imagine, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words. It's very rare for me, but
I think hopefully if this could continue, statistically, people would foster longer. They would feel supported. They wouldn't feel alone. The local CPS system is it's overwhelmed. It has lots of,
Sure.
cases. There's lots of kids coming in and out. In our ministry, she pulled it up right now. We've helped 769 kids this year in 2025.
Well, say that number again, please.
769 kids.
In this year, so we're in September. The year's not over. Still, am I right?
And that counts like our monthly events. That counts the kids at the school districts. That's all the kids that we've made a bag for have stepped in and received something. But yeah, 769 kids so far.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you mentioned school districts. Are you connecting and networking with the schools that are giving you tips like, hey, this kid looks like, might need some help?
No, they know that, and they come to us telling us that this child needs this. Like, we helped a 15-year-old that needed a wheelchair, and someone donated the wheelchair that they needed. I'm telling you, God is at hand in this ministry. We will get a call, and they'll say, case in point, on Saturday, we help a foster mom has twins. She's been looking for a stroller. She came to the closet and dropped off some donations and picked some stuff up, and then she left. And then not even 3 minutes later, a lady comes and drops off donations, the stroller that she needs. So I text the other lady. I said, the stroller's here. She comes and looks at it. She's like, yeah, that's what I want. We've had people like, do you have this item? And the item is donated the moment that person asks us. We've had someone say, does anybody need any bunk beds? And I'm like, no, we do not need bunk beds. Next day, I get a call. We need bunk beds. Like, God is so at work in our ministry, and we see it all the time. It's crazy. Like, it gives me chills. So
right on time.
It makes her cry. Yeah. It makes her cry.
We need more space.
Okay.
But we don't have that.
We'll get it eventually.
We'll get it, but we don't have it at this point.
Now, let me ask you this, Deb. Are there any church facilities that you're able to store stuff in?
So we right now have, there used to be a stage at our church that they closed off. So that's where all of our clothing is, our diapers and our shoes. And then we have 2 more classrooms. We have one classroom that they gave us that has all car seats. And when people donate car seats, we get them cleaned and inspected before we give them out to people. So we know that they're in good condition. The straps are checked and everything. So we have a room that has car seats. It has baby items like bouncers and high chairs and strollers. And then there's toys in there.
Yeah.
And then we have another room. Our third room has cribs, changing tables, bigger furniture, and then it's kind of like our holding room for when donations come in and we need to sort through them. So we kind of have a lot of space, and we're very grateful for the church of what they've given us, because we kind of taken over a little bit. But we have big dreams. That's the problem. So.
Amen, sister. Amen. I'm wondering if necessary, at some point, we could do a drive, and if I could participate in any way via either this show or in any other way, let me know. But depending on how much property you have there with the church, or how much property the church itself has, maybe put like a pavilion up or something like that, just to keep the weather off of the stuff. Maybe walls, maybe not walls, whatever, a cement floor, who knows, right?
Right.
So if that's in the future, please let me know, because I would like to be a part of that.
Our future goal is a building that has our clothes on racks, so you can actually, because right now they're in tubs, and it's going to have a beautiful playground for the kids, and it's going to have a big kitchen. So we just have to find the place, but that's down the road.
And we have
God is not afraid of anything, much less our big dreams.
Right.
So if he's willing, it's going to happen.
Yep. I know.
I'm going to read off some comments here. Nat Ellie says, "You ladies are doing wonderful things. A true blessing."
Thank you.
Corinne says, "The boys say hi." Hello. How you doing, Johnny? How you doing, Zaya? How you doing, Audrey? If you're watching, love you guys.
And we want, hey, Chris.
Yes.
We want to say to Corinne, we still apologize for her lizard. That we. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Was there a lizard accident?
You don't remember the one that we watched for you and we put it out to sunbathe in an aquarium? And yeah,
it got a little overheated.
It fried.
Okay, I'm sure she's listening now. Michelle Hopkins says, "Embrace has been an amazing blessing to my family. Thank you for all you do." This is just a small portion, just so you ladies know. We love to go live so that we can interact with people and, answer questions or entertain thoughts, ideas, and different passageways of either, viewpoints, perspectives, whatever. But many of our views come after we wrap it up here today. We've still got 15 minutes, but I guess the majority of the views we get are afterward. So please keep looking at this, and I'm sure there's going to be some more comments going on. And as I said, we are going to put your contact info, that stuff you gave me, Jess. I'm going to put that into the comments, and then people can read that. So what else is it that you might be able to tell us? Like, there's a few things that I never would have thought of that you've told me that you guys are up and running and doing as we talk right now. What other things do you think that not only are you doing, but either could be expanded, or maybe just something right now that's maybe small that you're just very passionate about that you think could do wonders for kids?
While you're thinking, while she's thinking about it, Michelle, that's commented here, is a foster mom who comes and helps me every Wednesday in the closet for 4 hours, 3 hours, putting away clothes, doing whatever I ask. She's an amazing helper. She's going to have 2 birthday parties for her 2 foster children later in, I think it's in November, might be December. And she's doing an amazing work with all the children she's had in her home. but yet she still comes and gives back to our ministry
Awesome.
because of who she
Commendable.
is. And that's a lot of our foster parents that come back and help. They come in with a bag because they want to take more clothes, but they bring their other clothes back to us,
Right.
so we can give them to the next family.
We have to like force things onto foster families. Like they'll tell us like, well, we don't want, someone to miss out. And we're like, we have 3 buckets of 4T boy t-shirts. Like take as much as you need. Okay, well, I'll take 2. No, take 10, take 12. Like kids get dirty. And they're the most like giving. Yet won't receive anything. Like it is so hard to have a foster family like take things. It's like literally forcing it upon foster families.
Well,
It's amazing though.
I don't mean to interrupt, but the personality profile of someone that would do that kind of lends itself to either independence or, hey, we're going to do this no matter what. I mean, that's just me thinking out loud, but I didn't get on some of the other things that I wanted to speak about, but one of them is, the calling. So, I'm looking at James 1:27. What are the widows and orphans? The widows and orphans. How did that verse play a role in what it is Embrace Foster Care Ministry is doing right now?
I mean, it's used a lot in foster care ministries but it's perfect because God calls us to do things, and supporting the widows, which is not our ministry at this point, but the orphans is, and
Right.
We feel obedient. This is, obedient to God's call. It's not easy. We do this as volunteers. She just retired and she spends a lot of time up there. I try to homeschool my son and foster and, but we do this all volunteer. Neither one of us are paid. None of our volunteers are paid. And we just love on these families. And I mean, it's a calling. It's tough. But God has asked us to do these things and we've stepped up.
Right.
We can ignore it, like, and be disobedient, but we choose not to. And it's been very hard because it's busy. It's busy. We have lots of volunteers that help, and we had people in and out yesterday like crazy, taking cribs, and I don't know how many people we helped yesterday. And it's amazing to see. But we really feel strongly for these children. They come in each month, and we see them, they recognize us, we recognize them, and next month they might not be here, and then we get sad or we get excited. There's joy in the reunification when they get to go back to their mom and their mom has gotten her life back in order. There's joy when that child has gone to an uncle that didn't know that he was in foster care and wants to raise him. There's heartache and there's joy in this ministry.
And Jessica has the passion for the children. She doesn't remember it. Corinne doesn't remember the lizard, but she has the passion for the children by all means. But I have such a soft spot. I'm going to cry again for the mothers and the fathers. I deal with the mothers when I give stuff.
Okay.
This is why I didn't want to talk. But the mothers that are putting so much into these kids.
The foster moms.
The foster moms. That we have contact with, because so often they come almost to get relief, to pick up a package and leave their kids home with the husband so that they can just get a break from the neediness that a foster child has by nothing of their own. But these mamas that are just staying up at night worrying about their children and running them everywhere and
loving them wholeheartedly. No, I don't know how you describe that, but
yeah, just because they love, like she does with the children. You know how it is with her and children. So
yeah.
But the mothers that are doing this, I mean, I have a soft spot for the husbands, but it's just, but the women that come in and they're just so overwhelmed at the story of the child.
Right.
And what they're having to do. I mean,
what the child's been through.
What the child has been through, the stories that we could tell you. Oh my goodness, So
I can only imagine.
worked out well for us together. But go ahead.
So the other thing I'd like to bring up is that a lot of times, and this I'm being prompted, of course, by a very well placed note, but fostering can be a lonely island.
Yes.
You're alleviating that, aren't you? You've just alluded to that. You've just described how you give a sense of community, partnership, fellowship to moms and dads that are brave enough and able to, because not everyone is able to or brave enough to bring someone into their home, pour out their love, and then have to say goodbye.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Admirable. In the highest.
I once had a mom come up to me and I said, "Oh, your baby, he's so cute. What's his name?" She goes, "Well, his name is, but we call him, and I go, oh, okay. And she goes, "I didn't have to explain that to you." And I said, "Oh no, like that's foster care." And she's like, "Every time I tell someone this, I have to explain to them why we call him this name instead of this name. But here, you know what I don't have to tell you anything. And just to know that like you're on this path that's really weird, and I call it a roller coaster. One day it's one thing, one day I told someone the other day, like the child is in your home until they're gone or your papers are signed and they're adopted. But in the middle, that child could have had like 10 different people that he's going to go to, and you just never know. And you're like, oh, he's leaving tomorrow. Oh, nope, he's here. Our first placement, we were told he was going to go right to his grandma, and he spent 11 and a half months with us. And so it's just a big roller coaster, and you get around other foster families and they know the roller coaster.
Right.
No one else knows the roller coaster. And so, that's really, trying to build a community to understand that.
Here comes Steve again.
Got another note?
Yeah, got another note.
Yeah.
So.
What do we got?
He just wanted to let y'all know that we just became a 501c3 this past summer. And so we are tax deductible now. We have tax deductible donation. We can do tax deductible donations.
Okay.
So
we're hoping.
We're working on that.
We're hoping, Lord willing, and this is me, and this is part of the reason why sometimes Facebook cuts me down or cuts me off or throttles me, is that we are hoping, those of us that are patriotic and want to go back to constitutional things, we're hoping that there won't be any income tax in a few years. And imagine how that would help our country if people who work for a living have more of their own money in their pockets or their bank accounts to give to worthy causes like what you guys are doing. Wow. May it come, may it happen. There was a time in this country when we didn't pay income tax, but it is a good thing for now that people are able to at least know that they'll have some sort of shelter or other, right, by giving. So that's a good thing. And I was going to ask you that also. Have you looked up, or if you don't, and there are people who don't do this, and I understand completely because, it's government. Grants or anything of that nature, have you looked into that stuff?
That's our next step.
Okay.
Securing the 501c3, our next step is to look for grants.
Website.
Yeah. And our website.
Everybody wants to have the website connection. We've got to have the presence first.
So it's being built right now. It's not quite ready.
Okay.
So it is a goal. Yes, it is a goal.
Yeah, I'm always leery though, and I'm sure you all are also of a nexus between someone doing something really good and government, because government doesn't have a good track record.
Yeah, but there's also a lot. There's also a lot of like companies that'll grant things out. We have a lot of like Chevron and gas companies around that have grants and stuff like that that'll help with nonprofits in our area. And so.
Oh yeah, imagine, you're stimulating my very old brain cells. So at some point, think about it. If you could get HEB involved. Mm-hmm. And that birthday party that you have could be bigger than you thought it could be.
Mm-hmm.
right?
The goal.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Wow.
And a lot of the companies do matching income, matching donations.
Okay.
And we're working on getting a letter together for that because we have a lot of business people in our church
Right.
that we can talk to and stuff. So
We're getting there.
we're getting there.
We're just
Sure.
waiting for her to retire.
Yeah.
Step by step. And
Yeah.
it's God knows the beginning, the end from the beginning, right? So
Yep.
he knows where you're going. Your heart is in the right place. I'll tell you what, we've got a few minutes left. I would really love for you all to keep us informed. Jess, you know how to contact me now, the either on by phone or the Facebook thing or whatever. It doesn't matter, email, whatever. But the fact is, if we can help, okay, if we can help in any way, we would love to know how and love to be a part of whatever assistance we could offer. Okay. Whether
Thank
it's
you.
just publicity or it's to have one or both of you back on or even Steve on for a, let's say you're promoting like the birthday party or whatever. When you're ready for it, you come on a month or a couple weeks ahead of time. I'm sure we have people in Houston, or just so that people could know, hey, we need tablecloths or we need this or that. Oh, okay, here, I'll help you out with that or this or whatever, So if you can
Thank you.
please keep us updated on some of the things that are going on that you may need help with, that we could, hopefully, give a little bit here, give a little bit there, and just know that even though we're here in McAllen and you're there in Houston, and I know we spoke or texted a while back, and my wife has already said, hey, I'm on board. So if and when we do go to Houston again, we will do our utmost to visit you all and see with our own eyes
Yes.
the great things that are going on over there.
We would love that.
That would be amazing. Anything
Come
else you want to say in closing? And I told you, Jess, this was going to roll. We've done an hour already.
I told you I could talk about it forever. So
Yeah, you did. You did. Fair enough.
I mean, I wake up in the middle of the night with thoughts. Like the birthday party probably came to me in the middle of the night, so my brain never shuts off on this stuff.
Another goal.
You got to get rest, though. You got to take care of yourself. I'm sure people tell you that.
Another goal she has is to have a Thanksgiving dinner for aged out foster care kids.
Okay.
And have it at our church and have them just come in and have Thanksgiving dinner.
Wow, that is a great idea.
But we don't have the contacts at this point that are the kids.
Okay.
We're getting there, but we're not there yet.
But that'll come. That'll come
It'll
out.
come.
That'll
It'll
go
come.
on a prayer list.
Yes.
Yes. I'll help you in that with prayers.
Yes.
Anything else in closing remarks that you'd like to say to our viewers and listeners?
I mean, really, a lot of our requests go through our Facebook page. When we need
Okay.
things, like right now, we're really short on size 6 pants. We have none or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And so it goes through our Facebook page with a wish list from Amazon a lot of times. So that's where we do most of our contact at this point, is the Facebook page.
Okay.
Once the website gets up,
So
So-
I don't.
go ahead.
So let's say we're here in McAllen and we want to help with the size 6 pants for a kid, but we hear that it's kind of dire or urgent. For us to send it would take too long. Where's the primary spot where we can donate to Embrace Foster Care Ministry?
The best one is Zelle, and that's I think the one that you use. Our Zelle
Right.
is the easiest, but we also have PayPal and Venmo.
Or
Okay.
we have the Amazon wish list.
Yeah. These are
Zelle, PayPal, and
Venmo.
I think the first step would probably be for someone who's interested in donating to get on your Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then they can contact you through Messenger or whatever, and they can get that done. But Zelle has been Zelle works, guys. If you have Zelle, great. If not, they have PayPal or anything like that. And I do look at the stuff that goes on the Facebook page, and it is inspiring, seeing people helping out with, cribs and storage. And it's wonderful. And just to say that I play even a small part makes me happy. It really does. It pleases me, and I know it pleases the Lord. And that is the primary goal, I am sure. Now, we are going to have to go. And I want to tell you that I really enjoy. I've had many interviews with guests on the show, and I'm telling you this interview went very well. After our initial technical difficulties, we said a few prayers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And as usual, the authority of our King came into effect, descended upon this studio and your home, and dispelled all those nasties that wanted to spoil our show. Yep. So, thank God. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And thank you, McConkey family, and everyone at your church and involved in the great ministry that is called Embrace Foster Care Ministry. Thank you, ladies. God bless you. And I'm going to go out, Joe. This is going to be the exit to the show, just so you know. I'm not trying to fool you or nothing, but I just want to let you know that all you listeners out there, all you watchers, viewers, I know this family personally. They are not strangers to me. If you would like to know in my own words and perhaps a long form conversation, because the people that watch this show are very skeptical of many different things, as you should be in this day and age. Mm-hmm. If you do want a little bit of why I trust, why I believe they're doing the right thing, why I believe these children are safe in their care, contact me. I'll give you all the details you need as to why I have the highest level of confidence in the McConkey family. God bless you, Chris.
Thank you.
Have a great day. And the Otter is out.
Thank you, Chris, very much.
You are
we
welcome.
Appreciate it.
I'm honored.
This is the Bitcoin Otter Radio Show.
Oh my God, I love you so much.